The December 22nd, 2020 meeting of the Long Branch City Council will now come to order. Roll call.
Mr. Dangler,
Here.
Dr. Vogt,
Here.
Mrs. Wittes, Dr. Selly,
Yes.
Mr. Vieira.
Here.
That's 4 present, 1 absent. I hereby certify this meeting has been published in newspaper and adequate electronic notice has been provided in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act and New Jersey Administrative Code Title 5, Chapter 39- Section 1.5, NJAC 5:39-1.5, notice of remote public meetings as required by law.
We will now recite the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, in liberty and justice for all. Reading of approval of previous minutes. I need a motion to approve the minutes of December 9th, 2020.
So move.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Dangler,
Yes.
Dr. Vogt,
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes, Dr. Selly,
Yes.
Mr. Vieira.
Yes.
4.
Consideration of ordinance, public hearing and final consideration. This is the second reading of ordinance 27-20. Ordinance amending an ordinance establishing titles and setting salaries for certain employees of the city of Long Branch for the year 2021. This ordinance was introduced on December 9th, 2020. I need a motion to open the public portion for ordinance 27-20.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
If any member of the public has any comments to make, please dial *9 on your phone, and a representative will call you on your last 3 digits of your phone number. When you are called upon, state your name and address clearly for the record. You will have 5 minutes and may only speak once.
Caller whose phone number ends in 198. Go ahead.
Mr. IT man, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Vincent Lepore, 33 Ocean Terrace, Long Branch. The ordinance 27-20 this evening. Ms. Wittes, the salary range in this ordinance for the municipal clerk ranges
Mr.
from
Lepore,
30.
I suggest you address the council's hurl. So address the chair, please.
Excuse me, who do I address?
Address the chair.
Your
You
comment
have
should
to
be made
address
to
me.
the council president, to the chair.
I'm asking Ms. Wittes.
Ms. Wittes
Ms. Wittes
isn't on
is
the
absent.
phone. She's absent.
The salary range in this ordinance for the municipal clerk ranges from $30,000 to $117,669. If I have to direct the question to the Council President Vieira, what is the salary of the newly appointed clerk?
We'll address these questions. Mr. Reynaud, do you,
Why wouldn't you
Jackson,
address this
Jackson,
question?
Can you answer the question?
$97,000.
$97,000. Mr. Vieira, why did you vote yes for a new clerk when you had a competent deputy acting municipal clerk?
we're not talking about that. We're talking about.
Yes, we are. Because we're talking about cost effectiveness in the clerk's office with an extremely qualified individual that was clerk. And I'm looking at the salary ranges here, and I'm trying to justify how you voted yes on a salary range here by eliminating a deputy acting municipal clerk to become the clerk. That's a very valid question.
It's got nothing to do with this ordinance, though. So
Mr. Lepore, like I said.
Who said that? And who said that just now? You, Raynone?
It's Mr. Raynone, and yes, it was me.
Just who is running this meeting, Raynone? Not you.
So,
And you're
once again,
wrong.
you can call me if you want Director Raynone, but it's Mr. Raynone, and I'm not running the meeting. But I don't have a problem in answering your questions if you'd like me to.
You
do
keep flapping. The council president can't answer them.
Mr.
All right.
Lepore, I told you that question had nothing to do with this ordinance. So I'm
Yes,
not
it does.
answering-
On the ordinance, there appears two positions on the book, Director of Public Safety and Chief of Police. Mr. Vieira, do you think those two positions should be on this ordinance? In
I
light
just
of the fact the city hired a public
Council
director?
President, the answer is both of those positions
Yeah,
are
here we
required by law to
go.
be on this ordinance. So the
Now
answer
we
is
have
yes,
a new-
they're supposed, both have to be on the ordinance.
Now we have a new council person called Raynon, unelected by the people. The municipal judge, 20,000 to 57,500, 57,503. Mr. Vieira, why isn't the conflict judge listed on this?
Mr. Lepore, those
I-
questions does not report to this ordinance. This
The
is just a
conflict
salary
judge
adjustment.
as a position is not listed on this ordinance. That's why I'm asking the question.
Because it's not.
You have
it's
a
not required
resolution
by law to
tonight,
be set by
251.
ordinance. It's not required by law to be set by ordinance.
Well, but you have a resolution 251 to appoint him as a conflict judge. This is
Right.
ridiculous.
They're not
This-
employees, they're contractors, so they're not required to be in the salary ordinance.
They're not required in the ordinance, but as a
But they're not-
conflict
they're not
judge, he can fill
salaried-
in.
They're not employees, they're contractors, and therefore they're not required to be in the ordinance.
The beach manager, I'm requesting 1 minute notification. The beach manager, part-time, $100 an hour at an annual salary of $35,875. Assistant beach manager, $100 an hour, $25,625 annual. Does the beach manager work seasonal or year-round?
Mr. Jackson?
Seasonally.
Seasonal.
Beach manager works.
Seasonally.
Yes.
So then why is it listed as annual? Isn't that kind of deceptive?
1 minute.
That's kind of deceptive to list that as an annual salary when it's only seasonal for at best 3.5, 4 months out of the year.
They work probably.
Finally, we have here the mayor, 8,000, councilman, 3,500. Doesn't list the perks and expenses covered by the mayor and council. Nah, I'm requesting a no vote on this ordinance. I'm not getting the answers I want, and quite frankly, the mayor and council don't deserve this salary at all. No, I'm requesting a no vote. Oh, no, the mayor and council do not deserve a salary. The way this government's been run for 2.5 years, the mayor and council should be paying the taxpayers to be there right now. We've got junk government. I'm requesting a no vote.
Thank you, Mr. Lepore.
5 minutes.
Will, do we have anybody else?
No, sir.
I need a motion to adopt the second. I'm sorry, I need a motion to close.
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I need a motion to adopt the second and final reading as advertised according to law.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Dangler,
Yes.
Dr. Vogt,
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes, Dr. Selly,
Yes.
Mr. Vieira.
Yes.
That's 4 ayes and 1 absent.
Ordinance for introduction. There are no ordinance for introduction tonight. Public participation for resolutions on all general comments. I need a motion to open the public portion of the meeting for all comments.
So move. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? If any member of the public has any comments to make, please dial *9 on your phone, and a representative will call you by your last 3 digits of your number. When you are called upon, state your name and address clearly for the record. You will have 5 minutes and may only speak once.
Caller whose phone number ends in 198. Go ahead.
Am I being heard, Mr. IT man?
Loud and clear, sir.
Thank you, Mr. IT man. I'm requesting 1 minute notification. Vincent Lepore, 33 Ocean Terrace, Long Branch. This evening, I would like to thank Ms. Debbie Tallarico, who retired from the clerk's office last week after a lifelong of service to the city of Long Branch. From your very beginning of employment with this city, you, Miss Debbie Tallarico, brought that enthusiasm you had as a Long Branch cheerleader to your working abilities. And along with that combination of passion and skill came dedication that went on to make the city clerk's office the best in the state. You always greeted those doing business at the clerk's office with a warm and friendly attitude. You, Miss Debbie Tallarico, also won the highest of respect and admiration by your fellow employees and city residents. Although there were trying times in this city on many issues, you were always able to lighten that load with those doing business with the clerk's office, with your uplifting conversations of continued fervor and zest for Long Branch football, of which you attended most every game. And what a pleasant, uplifting memory you gave many while working with your Friday afternoon cheerful sing-alongs to the tunes of a local oldie station playing in the office background. Miss Debbie Tallarico, as someone who has dealt with this city's clerk's office for many years, I valued your service to this city very much. It truly was an Excalibur performance. And as you started as a Long Branch cheerleader and continued leading those cheers throughout your working years, may you now, on your new life, continue on as a full-time cheerleader, not only for Long Branch football, but for whatever else your heart's journey leads you to. That green blood that flows through you will forever cheer on the green wave. To Long Branch's best cheerleader ever, thank you, Miss Debbie Tallarico. Now we go on to the bad stuff. Resolution 251. I'm requesting it be pulled. The contribution affidavit annexed here too, is written in the resolution, wasn't provided. I submitted an Oprah this afternoon. This is an incomplete resolution which cannot be voted on. There is no annexed contribution affidavit for the public to review. And in any respect, it's a disgrace that Judge LaRocca was listed to be appointed as a conflict judge. His track record is abysmal. He's a complete disgrace. At the last council meeting, I questioned Ms. Wittes on her December 9th vote, where she voted yes on Resolution 243 and Ordinance 26.
1 minute warning.
109 units were apartments or condos was the question. Ms. Wittes responded condos. Shortly after that meeting, Kislak, which marketed the lots, announced 109 luxury rental developments planned on 1.97 acres. I am now requesting that Ordinance 26 be voided.
Well,
The premise
of course, you know,
upon which
Mr.
this council,
Mr.
the
LaFleur,
premise
in all
upon
due
which this
respect,
council
condos can
voted
be rented, right?
was-
So I don't think it makes a
no.
difference.
A rental unit is a rental unit. Ordinance
No,
26,
that's
the
just not-
premise by
that's
the
just not
council is incorrect. I'm voting on this.
That's just
It
not
was
true.
incorrect.
No,
Therefore, the
just not true.
ordinance is voided. You will more than likely see court of challenges on this one.
Wonderful.
A rental
Anybody can go
unit,
to
a
court,
luxury
but there's no
rental is
difference.
a luxury rent.
5 minutes.
Caller whose phone number ends in 700, go ahead. You may have to dial *6 to unmute yourself.
Oh, sorry, I tried it. It did it the second time. Lynn Stipik, 13 Arthur Avenue, Long Branch. Thank you for letting me speak this evening. This evening is the last time that I will tune in to a live meeting of the City Council. The City Council meeting on December 9th was, as are many, and tonight's, made hostile by two callers who bend the truth and attack members of the council, other city employees, and make false derogatory remarks about the school, Long Branch schools. From now on, I will listen only to the recordings unless an agenda item warrants. That will allow me to fast forward through those callers who are less than civil. I'm very happy to listen to citizens with differing views and the attorneys that represent them, but a spirited discussion is welcome if we all treat each other with kindness and respect. Dr. Karen Hall writes online for Psychology Today that kindness has a connotation of being someone who is naive or weak. That's far from the case. Being kind requires more courage and more strength than to be combative. To see a situation from all points of view and react with everyone's best interest in mind really does take courage and strength. Kindness is an interpersonal skill that Darwin and the current researchers at Harvard see as an instinct. Our innate nature is to be kind to one another. This can be seen at times of disasters when entire communities pull together. Food insecurities for the last 11 months has brought the residents and businesses in Long Branch even closer together to expand and create additional opportunities to acquire food for those in need. So you see, our community does pull together in kindness. Since kindness is also an interpersonal skill, it can be learned. One of the best ways would be to assist at projects in the community. I have seen and spoken with members of the council at events such as the Jackson Woods cleanup. Volunteering and attending events allows those interested in the city to witness the council members and mayor at work as they answer questions and speak with citizens. Their attentiveness to the needs of their constituents and genuine concern demonstrates that their dedication to the job, thus making it very clear that there is no need to berate and belittle them during council meetings. In one of Aesop's fables, the wind and the sun made a bet. The wind bet that he could get the man that was passing by to remove his coat. The sun said the same. The wind tried first and blustered and blew very hard, and the man wrapped his coat tightly around his body. Again, the wind tried, and the man wrapped the coat even tighter. The wind gave up, and the sun tried. At first, the sun shone lightly, and the man loosened his grip on his coat. As the sun shone increasingly brighter, the man unbuttoned his coat and finally removed it and carried it. The moral of the story: kindness is better than force. In 2021, open your eyes, your ears, and your heart. Consider the words of Sai Baba. Before you speak, ask yourself, is it kind? Is it necessary? Is it true? And does it improve upon the silence? My wish for 2021 is that we return to civility in this country and at the city council meetings. Also, I'd like to see a continued understanding for those people that are different than us so that we can all get along together. And I hope that anyone affected by COVID finds peace in the new year. I hope that everyone who celebrated Diwali and Hanukkah enjoyed their holiday, and Merry Christmas and Happy Kwanzaa. And Happy Kwanzaa to those celebrating this week and next. Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much for that call.
Thank you, Lynn. And it's always a pleasure cleaning alongside of you on Jackson Woods. You know that.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Caller whose phone number ends in 350. Go ahead.
Hi, Ernest McNally, born 301 2nd Avenue, around the corner from Arthur Avenue. And now I own a home in Asbury Park. I'd like to say about Arthur Avenue, when you say what facts and you need to be kind, Van Pelt Place, was it last year, the year before? 2 Long Branch students. One boy came over and stabbed 37 times. A Long Branch student, right? At 284 Van Pelt Place, where I spent half my childhood, right? So for people to say that callers are cruel, not kind, we're trying to help children. All the crime and rape and sex crimes and shootings in Long Branch, and because we bring it up and we're trying to root out corruption and crime and public corruption, we're called unkind? Really? It's about as boring a comment to make as that long-winded thing about Harvard and whatever. I mean, who cares about that? Look at the reality. If Long Branch schools didn't try and save money by getting rid of psychiatrists on staff to help students in trauma, a lot of this stuff wouldn't happen. And now you're seeing employees that work there, right? Good friends of mayor, council, everybody, Frank Kavanaugh, right? Assaulting females, right? Janitors, problems, drugs, a police excessive force. And this caller is going to say, how dare they call up? Well, if you don't like the facts, that's too bad. Let me continue. Roebuck, right? When is he ever going to get charged with what Judge O'Brien charged him with in a court order? Impersonating an officer, false arrest at a council meeting, wearing a weapon when he wasn't allowed to, tampering with a police report, tampering with police, etc. Why doesn't he get charged, Mr. Ranone or Mayor Pallone? And why do you have so many people always calling in to defend you on issues where you're flat out wrong, the facts are against you, but you have all these people call in, oh, don't pick on the mayor and council. Don't pick on them. Be kind. We're talking issues. We're not talking personal things. We're talking how you're running the city.
Is that a question you wanted me to answer? Why hasn't the
No, it's not. Wait, no.
Okay.
This is my public comment, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. You mentioned me by name. I thought you wanted me to answer why.
No, I want you not to take my time. No, don't take my time. Okay, so now we got a fireman named Todd Fighter who stole tens of thousands of dollars worth of fire equipment, which a lot of people believe a lot of the firemen are stealing for years. Time, like police. They disconnect GPSs, they work extra jobs, they get caught, nothing happens. Where is this Todd Fighter? Lieutenant, right? Paid fireman. Where is he? He should have been charged with grand theft, being covered up by Captain Bard, IA Internal Affairs policeman. The whole case. I heard he's in Florida in a funny farm for kleptomaniacs, like where they sent Joyce Jr. for sex offenders instead of charging them with crimes. How do you get away with this? Am I being unkind? Am I being unkind? I'm sorry, counsel, to be unkind. You're harboring criminals, sex offenders, excessive force police, liars, cheats, and thieves. And you don't want us to be unkind. Well, it's fact. Live with it. Long Branch is the 25th of 565 most dangerous places in New Jersey. Of 565. That's a disgrace. Right? Look at the turmoil. Look at the lawsuits going on in Long Branch. How can you deny it? And why, when we bring it up, do you say, oh, don't pick on us? Oh, how dare you say that? Listen, kids are in trouble. I remember the mayor, when I brought it up, saying, oh, no, I believe kids are safe walking around. No, they're not in Long Branch. No, they're not. You got a lot of sex offenders. You got a lot of people working here that are getting caught with child porn and molested little girls and stuff. What? Let's just get it out in the open. Let's get it out in the open. And then all the stuff and the rumors about, oh, how great Long Branch schools are. Oh, really? Oh, how great? Really? How many more staff are we going to go through? And really, what's the real reason the superintendent left? And why do they all wind up, superintendents, like from Asbury and Long Branch, when they do a certain questionable job about keeping safety or whatever, they wind up at Keene University somewhere with a $300,000-$400,000 job the guy in Asbury went to Africa with the students' money and got away with it. Right? So that's where they all wind up. So there's got to be a reason. The schools have problems in the two cities in Monmouth County, in Asbury and Long Branch. Big problems. You cover it up all you want. You talk about football, but kids, drugs, sex, rape, crime, murder, it's a fact. Not unkind. Do something about it. Straighten out your city. Straighten it out. You got Pescucci.
Thank you, Mr. Mr. McNolly.
No other hands raised, sir.
Mr. Clerk, have you received any public comment by electronic mail or written letters?
No, I just sent you today correspondence with League of Municipalities regarding continuing education.
All right, thank you. I need a motion to close the public participation portion of this meeting.
So move.
Moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Resolutions. We can take a list of resolution as a consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Dangler,
Yes.
Dr. Vogt,
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes, Dr. Selly,
Yes.
Mr. Vieira.
Yes.
That's 4 ayes, 1 absent.
Applications. I need a motion to approve the list of applications. Renewal of various taxi cab owners and license for 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Dangler,
Yes.
Dr. Vogt,
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes, Dr. Selly,
Yes.
Mr. Vieira.
Yes.
4 ayes, 1 absent.
Miscellaneous. Business for the good of the order. Councilman Dangler.
Thank you, Council President. This evening, I would just ask the Long Branch family to pray for the Odom family. As I believe since the last council meeting, we lost Coach Butch Odom. And also, we just funeralized Miss Dorothea Johnson from Long Branch, which this is anytime it's tough, of course, to lose a loved one around the holiday season. It's probably even tougher. So I would just ask that we just keep them in prayer and again, have a safe holiday season, however you celebrate it, and keep those masks on to help all of us stay safe. God bless you all.
Thank you, Councilman Dangler. Councilwoman Vo.
Thank you, Council President. A few things. First of all, Mr. Lepore, that was a beautiful tribute to Debbie. And I think you have the support of everybody in certainly our thanks to her and a wonderful career. And again, very, very nice tribute. Lynn, thank you for your comments. And let me pick up on one thing that you mentioned in terms of Kathy Buchanan, who I wanted to mention with the Go the Extra Mile and people who are always going over and above. Well, Kathy was recognized yesterday at the Monmouth County Planning Board, and she received an honorable mention for the Merit Award program that the Planning Board started in 1984. And that award is to recognize projects and programs and individuals who make a significant contribution to the advancement of planning and planning outcomes in Monmouth County. And Kathy was recognized, as they read at the meeting, for her exemplary leadership in spearheading an impressive volunteer effort that has mobilized the city and members of the community to help revitalize Jackson Woods Park in Long Branch. So kudos to Kathy, your work is just outstanding. One other person I'd like to recognize, there are so many people during this holiday time who do toy drives and food and all sorts of charitable work. And a friend of mine who is catching on to the idea of recognizing those who go the extra mile said, please mention Maria Nova Jones, who runs the House of Hope in Long Branch, for her untiring efforts to do charitable work to help our kids in Long Branch. So again, kudos to you, Maria, and thanks so much for all that you do. And I'm wishing everybody the happiest of holidays. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Vaughn. Councilwoman Selly?
Before I say my usual remarks about the wearing a mask and social distance, I would like everybody to have a Merry Christmas, a happy and a healthy New Year, and God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Selly. Mayor Pallone?
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to let everyone know I have a few things here. So our 2021 city calendar will be mailed out in the next couple of weeks. Please use this as a resource for all things Long Branch, including garbage, recycling schedule, meeting dates, and special events dates. We're very excited about this calendar. This year, the theme of the calendar is inspired by beautiful images of our city with words by famous individuals who either visited Long Branch or lived here in the city. So we're all looking forward to that. Please check our website and social media for 2021 COVID testing dates. They'll be up in the next couple of weeks. And finally, I wanted to mention that the City of Long Branch and the Housing Authority have now partnered in an agreement that will expand recreational facilities and programs and increase affordable housing units here in Long Branch. This will be, of course, subject to the approval of the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD. But as part of this plan, the city will transfer city-owned land to the Housing Authority to build more affordable housing here in the city. And in exchange, our city will own and operate the Bucky James Community Center, where we plan to greatly expand programs and events. I'd like to thank the Housing Authority, the administration, and the City Council all together. This is a win-win for everybody. And finally, I'd also like to wish everyone a safe, happy holiday season, Merry Christmas, and with the new year approaching, I know a lot of us are eager for a fresh start and a better year in 2021. So please continue to stay safe, and thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Pallone. And I also like to repeat Mr. Lepore's words of Debbie Tallarico. She was great. She was a great asset for the city. And Vinny said it best. She was great. And Lynn, if you listen, thanks for your kind words. It's nice to have people that call in with positive feedback. And I also like to give my condolences to Mr. Odom's family. He was my coach. He was my teacher. He was a great man, a great teacher, a great educator. He's going to be missed, definitely. And with that, I'd like to close and I'm wishing everybody happy holidays and stay safe. Thank you and good night.
Need a motion to adjourn?
Yeah.
Adjourn the meeting.
Coming up. I was coming up. I need a motion to adjourn.
So move.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Opposed?
Four in positive, one absent. 8:03.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Good
Christmas.
Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.